afternoon, Blankers. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always. Today you join me at Bluebell Lakes on a 72-hour session. I'm on Swan Lake and yeah, it is Tuesday evening. I was supposed to be coming down tomorrow morning, but thought I'm going to travel down in the evening. So yeah, I'm here now. I'm conscious of time. The weather's pants, it's windy, it's raining, it's September weather, the heat wave is gone. So I need to go and find some spots. For tonight, it's probably just going to be a solid bag effort tonight with the weather and things, and then we kick off tomorrow morning properly. So I'm going to go and try and find some spots. We've got 72 hours ahead of us. Let's see what happens. Okie doke, so we managed to find some spots. Fishing at 16 1/3 on all three, just spaced nicely across an area using the markers in front of me, the trees. I was going to use the pegs, but for some reason when I'm hitting the pegs opposite, the weeds there, so if I aim for the trees, weirdly, getting not a bad drop, pulls back smoothly. So that's the plan of attack for tonight. I'm going to make up some bags now, 3 solid bags. It's fishing. I've only fished this lake once before, and I spoke to the bloke next to me who managed to have a fish last night around 2:30. He fished it quite a lot. Don't need a lot of bait. He's just using a bait boat and probably, I don't know, 3 bombs equivalent, he said, with his rig. Has done him his fish last night. So I don't know whether just go with solid bags, not put any bait out, or just put 1 or 2 spoms in the area, just so there's something there, which I think is probably what I'll do. So yeah, need to swap over this now, tie a little loop, make some bags up and get them on the dance floor, and then relax, because I feel a little bit stressed. And then we'll be able to have a bit of a proper chat about what the plan is, because I've got some mates coming down as well. Yeah, I have got some friends, I haven't got many, but some lads are coming down tomorrow morning, as I said earlier on, so hopefully they can get on. I don't know, I think their plan is to go Mallard, but anyway, I'll talk about that in a bit. I'll shut up waffling and I'll come back probably in an hour or 2 when the rods are out. I've had a special milk and I'm feeling chilled. Good morning, Blankers, and what a contrast today waking up. Clear blue skies, temperatures around 15, 16 already. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock. The fresh people have arrived, walking around with the buckets, joined the rat race, try and get a peg. There's still plenty, to be fair. There's 2 opposite me, so anyway, so carpy wise, obviously nothing happened last night, which was to be expected. I haven't seen anything show, but I did have 2 decent liners on my right hander, which is on a solid bag, and I had my sensitivity turned right the way down, because it really pisses me off when alarms are going off all the time. And most of the time when that happens and you get a liner or a bleep, it's normally something carp is happening. So that gave me a little bit of a confidence. That was about 4 o'clock this morning. But since then, now the sun's up. No wasps today so far, just getting annoyed by these gnats. So it's looking like zig weather, to be fair. So I'll have my brew, keep watching the water, and I'll probably tie up a couple of zigs for today. Yeah, that's about it. My mates have arrived. I think they've managed to get on Mallard, so I'll go and have a chat with them a bit later on. I'll wind in. There's a couple more lads still yet to come, and they don't know where they'll be going, so they might jump on here, they might jump on Mallard, they might jump on Sandmartin, they might go on kingfisher, wherever they can get. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Let's watch the water, see what happens. I'll come back to you with an afternoon update, or if anything naughty happens before then, I'll let you know, but they'll stay out for a couple of hours now till about 10, 11 o'clock. And I'll wind in, go drop the kids off, use the facilities, and then probably come back and get the zigs out. So I'll catch up with you then, or beforehand with a chunk. Right, good afternoon, Blankers. We're back. I've been on my travels, not been fishing for the past 4 hours. Went for a wander around the complex, then see the lads. First stopped off at Sandmartin, see Big Rob and Big John. They got here this morning, so they've got themselves a couple of nice pegs, a double peg next to each other. Had a chat with them, saw some fish on top cruising around in the sun. So fingers crossed they are on for a good one tonight. And then wandered around to Mallard, thinking that the lads were on the far bank, but they weren't. They were right at the bottom end, so what a mission that was. So I had a good chat with them, had a beer with them. Then made my way back, dropped off to John and Rob again on the way back, just see if they'd had out as it's on the way. And then now I'm back at my peg, so I've just redone all 3 rods. Left rod's on a spinner setup, Ronnie rig, and then the middle and right rod are back out on the solid bags. I tried zigs earlier on this morning, like I said I would. They were out for a good 2-3 hours, but didn't really have anything on those. The guy to the left of me, as literally as I got back, I saw him putting one back in the retainer. So he's had a lovely £31 mirror. It looks like a proper OG original old boy fish. So well done to that man. He's had 2 now, I think. Not sure how long he's been here for or how long he's staying, but I know he was here when I got here anyway. And he said he saw fizzing on a spot that he'd baited, but he wasn't fishing. Sent his bait boat out with just the rig in, dropped it, and then within 5 minutes he said it shot off. So there you go. He said that's the first ever fish he's caught in the day from Swan, and he's fished here a lot apparently. It's early morning and night bites when he's caught anyway. So yeah, I'm back. Rods are out. It is just coming up to 5 o'clock. I've put 3-4 spoms over each spot again of boilie and maize. Yeah, I don't know if they'll stay out or not. It's a bit early. I might redo the rods in 3 hours before we lose the light. Maybe just the solid bags. The Ronnie's going to sit there proud. Anyway, we'll see. So I'm going to sit back now, enjoy my special milk. While I remember, I will give a shout out to a couple of people that have asked. and one bloke I saw randomly in the aisle of Aldi in Stoke. So yeah, big shout out to, I think his name was Dave, I'm pretty sure his name was Dave. So shout out to you, Dave, nice to meet you, mate, in the most random place in Aldi, in the freezer aisle. But I think you said you were off to the Netherlands for a holiday with your family, so hope you had a good time. I think you said you were taking your rods as well, maybe doing a bit of fishing from memory, so either way, hope you had a good one, mate. And then shout out to Mark from Mark's Stokes, what's his name? Mark's Angling. Oh, sorry, mate, let me just double check. Don't want to get your name wrong, because I'm sure you've got a YouTube channel as well. And while I find this, I'll let you enjoy the views of the lake, if I remember to put a video over this while I'm talking, so you just don't see the top of me head. I'm gonna do, mate, because I promised you I'd give you a shout out. Mark from Stoke Carp Anglers. There you go, mate. So Stoke Carp Anglers. If you don't follow them already on YouTube and you like watching videos, go check out the channel. So there we are. Right, I'm gonna chill back, sit back and chill and enjoy me special milk. This wonderful sun. It's just the right temperature. Not ideal carping conditions, but you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. And yeah, if anything carpy happens this evening, I'll let you know about it. If not, you'll see me in the morning as always, sulking. But yeah, it's Wednesday afternoon and we've got till Friday evening, so we've got another 48 hours yet. Gotta love a 72-hour session, haven't you? But I don't feel like I've been fishing a lot, even though I've done probably just under 24 hours so far, but you're dicking about, you're setting up, and I've been seeing my mates today and chilled with them for a couple of hours, and now I'm back. It's just, I feel like the last 24 hours hasn't been valuable fishing time, but it's important to have a social with your mates because that's what we come here for. Tomorrow night I think we'll have a bit of a takeaway session and probably meet at Sandmartin, because that's in the middle of us all. Have a bit of a takeaway, catch up a couple of beers, and yeah, I reckon that's the plan. Right, I'm shorting up now. Catch you in a bit. Good evening, blankers. Forgot to pour the brew dinner before I click the record button. Anyway, so it is around, what time are we? 7 o'clock. So yeah, nothing carpy's happened since the last update. Just been on TikTok a little bit. Done a TikTok live on there. For those of you that watch TikTok, I do go live when I'm fishing on there, so you can see what the crack is live. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, go check out the Specialist Blanca on TikTok. Same name. You'll find the account. There's no other Muppets with the same name. So anyway, yeah, 7 o'clock. Lights starting to fade a little bit. It's like a mill pond out there now. Calm as anything. Never bodes well, does it, for carp fishing when it's flat calm like that. Never tend to catch fish, but when it's like that, never tend to catch fish, but don't catch many fish anyway. However, we have been on a bit of a run. But anyway, yeah, the rods will probably stay out. I put them out a couple of hours ago. I don't think I'm going to change them. 2 solid bags, 1 runny rig. I think I'm going to leave them, to be honest. They will be fine overnight, and we'll see what happens. So no, I'm fairly confident. They're on spots, I'm not in weed, so we've got every chance, haven't we? So we shall see. Nothing out yet from any of the other lads on the other lakes. 3 lads on Mallard, nothing yet, but I'm pretty confident they'll have something either tonight, this evening, or throughout the night. And the 2 lads on Sandmartin in a similar but game to me, to be honest. Not an easy water. But fingers crossed, between us, we should get something for you to have a bit of a goosey gander at. There's, what's that? That's 9 lines in on Mallard, 6 on Sandmartin in 3 years, so 18 lines in the water on the complex. You'd like to think over 3 days we'd get some, but you never do know. You never know. So anyway, I'll leave it there and enjoy my brew, watch that sunset go down, then get myself tucked up when it goes a bit cold. So I'll see you in the morning, unless we have a cheeky take or any footage from one of the other lads. We'll get that in, but yeah, fingers crossed one of us catches something tonight. Just takes the pressure off all of us then, and we're not chasing a bite come the end of the week. Good morning, blankers. Yeah, we're still blanking, but a few updates to make you aware of. So well done to Rick over on Mallard. He's off the mark. He's had a stunning £24 mirror, so I'll put some footage of that up now while I'm chatting shite. So lovely fish, well done mate. And then we've also got Steve, who's on Mallard as well. He's had a little stocky, I think it's about £13–14. I think I've got a picture of that, so I'll pop that up now. And then finally, Big Rob, who is on Sandmartin, had a lovely £22 common in the depths of the night last night. So I'll put a picture of that up. I don't think I've got any footage of that one. So yeah, them boys are off to a flyer. For me, very quiet night. A couple of bleeps on the right hand rod again, which seemed to be having a little bit of activity on that. Overcast, cloudy. I thought about an hour ago I'm going to put a zig out. Never caught a decent fish on a zig. I've caught little ones messing around practicing, and anyway, after 15 minutes of it being out, so not long ago from me doing this update, the rod's just rattled off. My heart pounding. Absolutely bricked it, struck into it. I could feel the fish. It's obviously gone into weed. Pull back a bit, I've got it out of that bit of weed, and then it's gone into another bit and it's just stuck. So I've left it and then had nothing else to do. I've just pulled a little bit and it's pulled the hook. Brought it in thinking it was either going to be snapped or, don't know, bent hook or something, but no, nothing. All good, all fine. And I know that can happen with zigs. You can lose fish on zigs quite easily, but yeah, my heart's pounding. That could have been anything in this lake. Jesus Christ. Legs went like jelly. So anyway, I just sent it straight back out on the spot. I think it's 7 foot zig. 7 and a bit foot. A piece of black foam. No flavours on it, no goos, nothing like that, just black foam. Yeah, so I'm happy in one sense. I've had a bite and I've had a take, and I'm also gutted that I've lost it, because I might not get another chance. So there we are. So it's Thursday morning, it's about 11:30. I've got till Friday evening, so you know, I've got a solid 30 hours fishing left, but yeah, let's hope we get another chance. I'll come back to you in a couple of hours with some updates. Really sit back and contemplate life now and think about what that fish could have been.
Another one for Rick.
At least this is all good practice if you get one, Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
waiting.
Another good fish. It's getting up to mid-20s.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'll get
22.
See if we can get of it. That's it on that.
It's lovely, isn't it?
So we use.
Might need to get some more water in there.
Here you go.
I'll put more shit on it and bucket then.
It's just all casual for Rick now. It's just another occurrence, isn't it? This. It's nothing.
A bit cowed today. Goes to bed, tears fucking head off it at 4. Gets up and repeats it. He ain't going home at morning, you're walking home. He's here for another fucking month. Get that.
Lovely.
Stunning. Beautiful, mate. It's got a big frame on it. That could be a big fish as well, couldn't it? Big shoulders on it. Deep bezel. That's great.
22.7, yeah?
Yeah. That's one, mate. Well done, pal. You need that one next.
Right, that is always a good text message smile on my face. Nothing to do with my fishing. Welcome back. So, been some cracking news over on Mallard Lake where 3 of the lads are fishing, and Rick is having an absolute stormer, as you will have seen from earlier footage. But I'm going to put some more footage up now. I think he's had 3 or 4 fish so far, something like that, I think. And he's just broken his PB. So Rick, congratulations, mate. You've smashed it today so far, and you've got all day tomorrow and another night. So who knows what can happen, but I'll put the footage up now of a few of Rick's fish and his PB so far, so you can have a quick goosey gander at that. After I finish, let you know what my plan is for tonight. So rod's redone, it's 6:30ish now. Can get some burgers on the go. We have got some of Aldi's finest quarter pounders, and you've got to have the old brioche bun. There's only one way to have a burger, and it's that way. Special milk in hand, so I'll be toasting to Rick's PB. Well done, mate, again. And I'm going to get these burgers on, and I'll shut up and I'll let you have a look at what's been going on over on Mallard Lake.
Yeah, what's that beside it? Body around here, mate. He's alright. They're small. Might be because it's taking some slide. I did think that. Yeah, I thought that. I didn't want to say it.
Hey, up, my other brom's going.
Nick!
Its face. There it is. And there's the weight. Zeroed as well, yeah? Beautiful. Beautiful, mate.
Right, come on.
14.
Right. We've got live fish here.
Get ready, Steve.
I'm ready. Don't you worry about that, boy.
Here we go. Go on, give us that
Hold
weight
it up,
again.
hold it up.
The weight again, Rick. It was 32.
32.14.
You ready, Rick?
14. Off she goes. Give her a splash.
Well done, mate.
Well done, Rick. Awesome, mate.
Beautiful fish.
Well done, mate. That was fucking mega, that. Yeah.
So there you go. Well done again, Rick. Top angling so far, mate. So I'm going to kick back now. I'll let you know if anything carpy happens for me on Swan, or the boys on Sandmartin. And if we have any more from Mallard, then I'll keep you updated as well. But other than that, it's good night from me. I'll see you in the morning, hopefully sooner. Still not quite got over the loss of that fish on the zig, but hey ho. All 3 rods back out. I've brought one of the rods, one wrap in, my left rod. I haven't really had any action on it, and I've refound the spot that was at 16 wraps, and there's quite a bit, not loads, but it's not smooth as I'd like it, so I've come a wrap in, and it's a lot smoother when I'm pulling the lead back. So yeah, left rod's back out there. That is on a snowman setup, what I've been catching a lot of fish on recently, on the Kamakura hooks. So yeah, it's got a krill bottom bait with a small pop-up topper on that, and the middle rod is on a Ronnie white sticky krill pop-up, and the right rod solid bag. So there we go, fingers crossed. I'll see you in the night. If not, I'll see you in the morning with some updates from what's been going on around the complex. Bacon, cheeseburger, brioche bun. Gotta give it a taste test. Got the Tommy K on there. It might not look much, but that's banging. Oh. Good evening, Blankers. I feel sick, absolutely gutted. It's 11:05 and I've just lost another fish. I feel sick, I feel fuming with myself. I don't think I did anything wrong. Solid bag rod, absolutely one-toned off. Got to, playing the fish, no problem. Feel like getting a little bit of weed. Little bit, not a problem. Just feel, you know, you feel like the hook pull a little bit. It's fine, it's still on. Gets me net ready. And then the hook just pulls it again. Jinxing myself, honestly, saying how good these other hooks were and caught loads of fish on them and singing the praise. Couldn't have done anything different. Just felt heavy, man. Playing the fish for a good 10-15 minutes, it wasn't far from the net. Fucking hell. That was definitely, I don't know, so don't say it's my last chance, but home tomorrow evening. Got my socks off, man, and everything's ready to get in. Oh, if we just pull like that, mate. Could have been absolutely anything that good. Oh my days, I ain't getting sleep now tonight, that's it. Absolutely fuming. Barbless rule on here as well, innit? Don't know if that's made a difference or not. Right, I'll see you in the morning. Again, try and cry myself asleep now. Hey ho. See you in the morning. Good morning, Blankers. As you will have seen from the footage earlier, it was a very disappointing night. For me, anyway. 2 fish lost. I'll just recap because I can't remember what if I explain what happened last night, because I was just that much annoyed. I was literally ready throw my gear in, set my bivvy on fire and go home. Oh, so first take, that screamed off. It was the right hand rod, I think, yeah. On the solid bag, about 11 o'clock at night. Playing it fine, threw a bit of weed, thought it was all, you know, going okay. Pitch black, can't really see what I'm doing. And it's probably only, I bet it was only 4 rod lengths out. And I felt it's like the hook pull, and I wound in quickly, and I felt like something was still there, so great. Anyway, you know, the hook had pulled, and then I'd brought in a load of weed. So yeah, absolutely fuming with that. So walks back up to my bivvy, puts the rod, leans the rod up against the bivvy, solid bag, back on, wrapped up, back out on the spot, line on my bed in the bivvy, 15 minutes. Then the left rod absolutely melts off. About 20 past 11 this is. Straight back out. Couldn't believe this is happening, to be honest. You know, two runs within 20 minutes of each other, 2 separate rods, separate spots. Thinking, right, this is coming in. It's into it, and that was on the German rig. I said last night, the one that I've caught loads of fish on. I've gone back to the old faithful. I brought it in 1 wrap because it was at 16 wraps, so I said I'd change it to 15 wraps. Put my favourite snowman on, and yeah, screamed off, hit into it, fighting that, and I just couldn't stop it. It probably was a catfish, but I don't know. It just kept going and going and going and going, and then ping, and snapped. It wasn't even like I was trying to hold it, it was just taking line. And I've seen in here there's loads of the, like, what they're called, I want to say a clam, but it's not a clam, you know, like the shells, and maybe it's gone through a bed of that and it's just cut my line, and yeah, reeled that in, all that within the space of 20 minutes. And earlier on in the day, remember, I've lost one on a zig in the weed. So God knows what that second one was. It was either a big, strong, powerful carp or a catfish. So yeah, but well done to the lads. I think they've had another 1 or 2 carp between them on Mallard. Can't remember exactly. I'll put some footage up after this clip. And then I think Rob's had a nice tench this morning off Sandmartin, and I think John's lost one in the weed on Sandmartin as well. So yeah, that's me. It's about 7 o'clock now. I was awake this morning early, couldn't sleep after all that chaos last night, and when I redid the rods, they weren't right. Even with my head torch, I couldn't see my markers in the distance, so I redid the rods this morning about 6:30. So they've been out now for an hour. So yeah, it's going to be a bright sunny day today. It's my last day. Don't know what time I'm going to stay till, to be honest. Feeling defeated, annoyed, because God knows what I've lost of them fish, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave them out now till 11ish, and I'll probably flick back to zigs for the remainder of the session once the sun's at its highest, and that's the plan. And then I'm booked on till 6 o'clock this evening, but I honestly don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to stay that long or not. I'll keep you updated and let you know. I'm going to try and have a brew, find some motivation from somewhere, and I would say have one more chance, but I said that last night. I had 2 chances, but I generally don't think there was anything I could have done about them both, to be honest. So I've just got to keep telling myself that. Barbara Souk's as well on this venue, isn't it? So you've got to try your best. The only other thing is my bivvy's about 12 foot away from her. I'm not really on my rods. Maybe that's next time if I do come back here, I'll make sure I set my bivvy up next to the rod so I'm on it straight away. That's the only other thing. Fish locked up, that's the only other option. Anyway, I'm gonna make a brew and find some motivation. Catch you in a bit. Okay folks, last knockings, everything's packed away. Bivvy and house all down, all in cart. Just got the 3 rods out now, 2 on zigs. See the carp just cruising on the top, not interested. But last half an hour, I'm gonna head off a bit early. Still frustrated from last night's escapades and yeah, not enjoying it. Thinking he's what you could have won. So I'll yeah, call it a day there. It's been a good trip. The lads on Mallard, especially Rick, well done mate, mega session and a PB to boot, so well done. And they've got another night yet, so I'm heading off tonight, Friday lunchtime. And the lads on Sandmartin as well have had a fish or 2 between them. So it's been a successful session for them. I'm pleased I've had 3 runs on a hard lake, and I'm pissed off I've lost all 3. But it just means you've got to come back and try again. Hopefully when the weed has died down a little bit. Saying that, it probably doesn't on here until winter. So anyway, thank you very much if you watched this far. If you're not a subscriber already, please feel free to join the journey. My next trip out will be France, Abbey Lakes in just under 4 weeks, beginning of October. So got lots to look forward to for that trip. So I'll leave it there, unless anything naughty happens in the next half an hour. If you're out there doing it, tight lines, I hope it rips off for you and doesn't take you in a load of weed. And yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you in a few weeks.